Today we're making pumpkin bread with chocolate chips. I think this is really good, so let's get started. To start, preheat the oven to 350 degrees and make sure there's an oven rack in the middle of your oven. You will need vegetable oil spray, 1 1/4 cups all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 2 large eggs, 2 tablespoons or 1 ounce of milk, 3/4 of a cup canned unsweetened pumpkin puree, 3/4 of a teaspoon ground cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon salt, an 1/8 of a teaspoon ground nutmeg. Now this is not ground yet, but it will be as soon as I grind it. Oh, grate it, whatever. A 1/2 cup sugar, and then a 1/2 cup brown sugar, a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and 3/4 of a cup of 3/4 cups or 4 1/2 ounces of chocolate chips. You will also need 2 bowls, 1 medium, 1 small, a whisk, a saucepan, a loaf pan, and the loaf pan should be an 8 1/2 by 4 1/2 inch loaf pan, and a spatula. Let's go. Start mixing all the ingredients together. You're going to want to spray your pan with the vegetable oil spray. There we go. Now let's start baking. So we're going to start in a medium bowl. We're going to whisk together our flour, and that is 1 1/4 cup flour, 1 1/4 cups flour, scoop the flour. Whoa, okay. 1, and then a 1/4 cup, flour. Okay, there's that flour. Baking powder, and our baking powder, we have 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So where's that 1 teaspoon? There we go. 1 teaspoon. Don't think you can read that. Anyway, it says 1 teaspoon on it. So baking powder. Put 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And baking soda. And we have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So, a 1/2 teaspoon. Half teaspoon baking soda. There we go. And then we're gonna whisk that up a bit to get, okay. Whisk that, okay. And now, in a small bowl, you're gonna whisk together the 2 eggs, one egg, 2 eggs. There we go. Okay, that's our 2 eggs. And you're gonna also add in there our 2 tablespoons or 1 ounce of milk. I'm gonna measure this out. Okay. 1 tablespoon. Well, 2 tablespoons. So that is our 2 tablespoons of milk, and you're just going to, where did I put that? Okay. You're just gonna whisk that together like so. Voila. So now we're on to step 2. Now we're going to do, in a large saucepan, we're going to combine our pumpkin puree. And our pumpkin puree, we have, how much? Let me check, hang on. 3/4 a cup. So let's do that. So you're gonna put that in your cup. 3/4. Okay, so here's our 4th cup, and then it's like baby food. Not saying it won't be delicious, but it looks like baby food. Smells like pumpkins. One, 2, 3. There. Three-fourths a cup of that. Now we're gonna add in our cinnamon, and that is 3/4 a teaspoon. So here's a 4th teaspoon, and we're gonna do 3 of these. So here's our cinnamon. There. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna do 3/4 a teaspoon of cinnamon. There, 1. 2. And it's okay if you add a little extra, because I don't think, I mean, you could if you had like a ton of cinnamon, but if you add a little extra, I think it'll be fine, because cinnamon is delicious and it's just gonna make it yummy. Yes. And your salt. So we have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. half teaspoon of salt. Half teaspoon salt and our nutmeg, and that is an 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Again, you normally do not have an 1/8 teaspoon, so you're just gonna do like approximately 1/2 teaspoon. So I'll be right back as soon as I grind that nutmeg, because as you guys saw, it's pieces of nutmeg, so I need to grate it. So be right back. So I'm back, and here's my 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. Smells delicious. Gonna put that in there, and then we're gonna cook over a medium heat, stirring constantly with our rubber spatula, and until mixture just begins to bubble. For 4 to 6 minutes. Let's go do it. Okay, so the mixture has just begun to bubble. See that? So let's check what we're gonna do next. So to that mixture, over there, we are going to add our sugar, brown sugar, and oil to that mixture. So we have our 1/2 cup of sugar, We're gonna add that to the mixture. So let's do that now. 1/2 cup of sugar. I'm gonna stir it up a bit. Okay. Oh, and don't forget to turn off the burner before you start doing this. You want to turn off the burner once it starts bubbling. So you're gonna add the 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and make sure you're packing that down. So that always takes me a little while, so I'll check in with you. So here's my 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. Here. So I'm going to pour that in there. Oh, look at that. Oh, sorry, that's not it. That. Looks delicious. Smells really good, too. All right. If you're making this while watching this, you know how good it smells. It smells like pumpkin spice and kind of also like sugar, because it has a cup of sugar in it. But it smells really good. So there's the sugar, and then you are also going to add your vegetable oil, and you have a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Sorry for the half. Here's the 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. So, vegetable oil. Pour that. Hello, would you like some vegetable oil? Woo! That's okay. And I'm gonna go add that to the mixture. Well, actually. Here's our mixture. Just gonna add it in there. Okay. To whisk that until it's well combined. So here's my super whisk, and here's that. There's a lot of oil floating on the top. So, ooh, it's like caramel texture. It's kind of sticky to start. So I'm just gonna whisk that, and then you're gonna let it cool for about 10 minutes. so I'll see you when it has cooled. So it has been 10 minutes of cooling time, and now what we're going to do is add the egg mixture into that pumpkin mixture. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Okay. After we add the egg mixture, we're also going to add the flour mixture. So here's that flour mixture from before, and so you're just going to put that in. Dump the flour mixture in. And also add in the chocolate chips. So again, that is 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips. Now I have that pre-measured in this bag, but it's 3/4 of a cup, or 4.5 ounces of chocolate chips. So we're also going to add that in. And then you just whisk it up until there's no more flour visible. All of the chocolate chips. And then that will be your dough. And I'll show it, hang on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna show it to you when it is finished. So it's been all mixed up. And now you're just going to put it into our loaf pan. And then it gets baked for 50 minutes to 1 hour. And yeah, I'll see you when it is baked with Willa, and we'll be tasting it. Bye. When the bread comes out, you're going to want to let it cool for 15 minutes at least. Of course, you can always let it cool overnight or however long you want, but at least 15 minutes. Okay, so it is done baking, and here are our slices. So, Willa, get over here. Ready to try them? Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. It's just the right amount of pumpkin. And then the chocolate chips are delicious. I hope you try this. It does take a bit of time, so you need to actually like plan ahead before you do it, but it's really delicious. You're already halfway done. And yeah, hope you make it. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.